That infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and of course the doyen of US chat show, Oprah. There's a problem looming, so just who really owns the missing 90 minutes of that now infamous interview? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you as ever for joining me. Thank you for your comments as usual. Today we're outside a very special building. It's the Victoria Palace Theatre in Victoria, London, a stone's throw from Buckingham Palace. Now sadly that's been closed for the last few months, as have many theatres around the world, but hopefully next month it reopens and again hopefully continues its record-breaking run here at the much loved Victoria Palace Theatre. This theatre was opened in 1901 and designed by Frank Matcham, and it is a particular favourite of the British royal family simply because it's literally seconds away from Buckingham Palace. So you can imagine they can pop down, have a night at the theatre and perhaps even give the chauffeur a night off. I don't quite think so. But the story really centres today on that infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey way back in March. Now what's interesting to note is we only saw 90 minutes, and according to Oprah and her mouthpiece on earth, Gayle King, those were the explosive 90 minutes. Well, not according to insiders at CBS and Harpo Productions. Now, we're not sure why we only got to see 90 minutes. I mean, it's odd when you think about it. They could have made 2 specials out of it, ran it over 2 nights, got even more ad revenue. But here's where the story as ever gets rather tricky. Now, according to a very good source out in LA, Penguin Random House are very keen to see if there's anything in those particular tapes that could be useful to help sell his book moving forward in 2022. You know, that book that's got all the genetic pain in it and he signed that mega deal for millions of dollars. Well, Penguin think, well, maybe, we could revisit this. Now, one of the problems is this. They're not quite sure exactly who owns the tapes. Now, let me explain. Simply because when Prince Harry openly admitted he signed on to do the Oprah Winfrey interview when he was furious after being dumped from his military titles by Her Majesty the Queen. That allegedly was the turning point. Now here's again where it gets interesting, simply because the deal, although a rather lucrative deal for the Sussexes, didn't necessarily mean they owned all the footage. Now, it remains to be seen who then is allowed to screen it, or indeed the resistance by Prince Harry and Meghan as to why now they don't want the remains of that footage screened. Now moving forward, the problem, or the bigger problem, is simply this. What happens now to that remaining footage? Who owns it? Could there be an ongoing battle this time between not just Meghan Markle, Prince Harry and CBS, but Meghan Markle, Prince Harry and their one-time friend, still possible friend, Oprah Winfrey? As for Penguin, they're looking for another bigger sit-down with another bigger chat show name. The name in the frame so far, guess who, is none other than James Corden. He, of course, sat down sort of on an open-top bus with Prince Harry earlier in the year to great success. So they're looking to replicate something of that level. But if they feel there's some bombshells worth revisiting in the original tapes, rest assured he will be asked those questions again. And for that sort of money that they're paying, it will be very difficult for Prince Harry to simply say no comment. Neil Sean, Victoria, in the heart of London.